Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Post-market wrap-up on a day that seriously maybe should live in infamy. We have a lot to talk about. So, status post-Fed Day, February 1st, 2023. People, let me just start off with this, and you know this already. If you watch the videos that I put out towards the end of last year, the Federal Reserve pump of this market hasn't even begun yet. Let's just put a little perspective on that. How about this? During the whole Q&A session, let me ask you, why is it that not one person ever asks that thing, Federal Reserve Chairman Powell, how it is that the Federal Reserve got monetary policy so absolutely abysmally wrong and has allowed inflation to run rampant? I'll tell you why. Because it's on purpose. There's no way on this earth, off this earth, or anywhere else that the Federal Reserve, any member of the Federal Reserve, including the chairman himself, didn't know explicitly that their money creation binge into literally infinity, because that's where we're going, wasn't eventually going to cause this exact problem that we have now. This gives them a major opportunity, an unbelievable opportunity. And what am I talking about? Well, to charge all of us more for the debt that they issue to the freaking world. Imagine really if we had a congressperson who understood what's happening here, what the Federal Reserve's end game is, and that is to continue to inflate. I don't care what they're trying to tell you about how concerned they are about inflation, how they're going to raise rates, which they've been doing, and inflation continues to rise. But all they've wanted to do, and they've done this extremely successfully, is charge more for their product. What is the one and only product of the Federal Reserve and every other central bank? What is that one product? Debt. They issue debt to the world. They manipulate debt. And that's all. And now what they're doing is they're charging us more for that debt. And you and I can't do a thing about it. Nothing. We got to sit back and take it. Because again, why? We have no representation in this country. Zero. Where's the revolt? Where's the revolution? Where is a single one of our so-called policymakers that we're paying to do a job that they're not doing, okay, going to speak out again and maybe start a movement against this institution, which is a curse upon the world? Imagine, just for a nanosecond, they create a problem. Let's put this together. The Federal Reserve knew very well that by their money creation binge since the last meltdown to re-prop up a stock market bubble, re-prop up a real estate bubble, flooding the world with fiat currency, dollarizing the world as central banks collectively continue to inflate as well, adding to the global money pool. Okay. Now, what these central banks have decided to do is, hey, now we're going to charge you more for what we did. Where is the outrage? Where is the accountability, people? It's nowhere. I'll tell you something. And did you watch how the 10-year yield reacted today? So let's put that together real quick. So the Federal, let's laugh just for a nanosecond. So the Federal Reserve has been raising rates, as we all know. Okay, today we got a 25 basis point hike to the federal funds rate. Did you watch the 10-year yield? It dropped 8 basis points. The 10-year yield dropped. The US dollar fell almost a full percentage point, and the MMRI, last time I looked at it, is 213. What does that tell you? It tells you and me clearly what you already know, that these central banks, none more so than the Fed, is going to maintain that illusion, people, the illusion of stability in the debt market. Who's buying the debt? Who in their right mind? Of course we know who it is. It's the Federal Reserve. But no other investor, no institution or anyone is buying all this debt when you have a stock market that's going to do nothing but go higher. Michael Burry is wrong. He is wrong here. Look, in the long run, he's right. Absolutely right. This whole thing is going to melt down bigger than anyone can possibly imagine. But we're not even close to that yet. Why? Because the Fed's not done. And the proof of that is, what are they doing? Now that they have the world by the throat because they've allowed inflation to run rampant, they've done this by design. Now they can charge the world more for the debt that they've issued. Imagine being a central banker for a nanosecond and having that kind of power. Well, that's what we are dealing with here. They are the government. They run the financial system. They run the economy. They run the world markets. They run your freaking life, because you go out and we all do. We go out there and work for their product, which we're allowed to borrow from them, which we promise to pay back to them, plus interest they create out of thin air. What a twisted system, people. Where is the revolt? Where is the outrage? I really don't know. The outrage is here, and I'm sure your blood is boiling just as mine is. Really, why can't one of these... Did you see him today reading the answers to the questions with his eyes going up and down? It's all scripted. It's all scripted. None of it's real. It's an illusion. It's like watching a sitcom. Steve Leisman and all these other freaks out there, they want to get on their hands and knees and lick this guy's toe jam. That's what they want to do. They make me sick. They make me sick, these people, really. Honestly, it's just unfreaking believable. But seriously, did you watch that action in the debt market? The 10-year yield dropped 8 basis points on the back of what he said today. MMRI comes down. Relative strength of the dollar falls through the floor. Cryptocurrencies reverse and go higher. Bitcoin around 23,500. Gold and silver putting on a gain here. You tell me where you want to be as the Fed keeps inflating here. As a matter of fact, you're not even going to believe this. What the hell was that his name here? They floated out former Fed President Heller. They had to dust this old relic off, put him in a nice suit, and put some fancy background behind him to try to convince you that the money supply is actually contracting. And you can see this right on the Federal Reserve's website. It's contracting. It's contracting. Oh, and what the Fed's doing is working. It's working according to this relic from I don't know what bygone age they dug him from. You got to be freaking kidding me. Notice the name Heller here, anyone? Yeah, maybe you should. It's just, he's out there again trying to convince you that what you're seeing is not real. Central banks are not done inflating. They're going to continue to inflate. They're buying it all, including all the debt. They're buying the stock market. And like I said, like the title of this video, the Fed pump of this market hasn't even begun yet. But you and I, we're sitting pretty here. We could not possibly be sitting pretty. We're betting against the debt, becoming our own central banks, being long this market. Okay? I got your backs. All of you. And I want to give a big shout out to those of you that do support my work. It is such a minute fraction of you that actually do that. It makes me almost want to vomit, I'll be honest with you. But to those of you that do support my work, $5 a month, I don't think it's a lot to ask for. People sit on their ass and they expect everything to be handed to them. It's pathetic. Anyway, whatever. But thank you. Big shout out to those of you that do support my work. And if you feel like supporting my work, okay, I hope you do, there is a link in the description of this video, or you can click on that little heart that says thank you if you are a subscriber to YouTube or if you have a Google account. All right, look, so anyway, like I was saying, they had to dust out this relic, dust them off Heller. Yeah, anyway, it's just, it's absolutely unfreaking believable here. So, what else is there to tell you people? Oh, here, the Fed. According to some of their statements here, inflation is going to remain elevated. Can I please get a duh? Maybe 2 duh. Thank you. More hikes may be appropriate. That word appropriate makes me want to puke because we heard it the whole entire time. The Fed was pumping this market and creating inflation going out of its way. It's appropriate. It's appropriate. It's appropriate. But it's not so appropriate now, is it? It's unbelievable. But it's appropriate for them to charge more. It's appropriate for them to charge more for the debt they've been issuing to us all. How does that work? Maybe one of you want to tell me that. Oh, yeah, then he went on to say the job gains are robust. Really? What did we find out today? Private payrolls basically stopped. And the only jobs available are low-paying, nonsensical garbage jobs. You can't make this stuff up here. And the Fed sees production growth moving forward. Meanwhile, according to them and everyone else, we're in an industrial and factory recession. Make that up. You can't do it. I'm telling you people, we are being run by some kind of overlords that are determined to kill us all. And what are people going to do about it? Nothing. You and me, or at least we're out here trying to make noise. We're trying to raise awareness here. Meanwhile, only 9% of you share these freaking videos. 9%. That's the average of people that share these videos. That's another thing that I think is so pathetic, honestly. But anyway, what can I tell you? You're my base. The people that support this blog, I guess the 9% of you that do share this work, you're my base. And you're the ones I'm really, really working the hardest for. Anyway, what else can I tell you, people? It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable what we witnessed today, how this is going to play out moving forward, the fakery, the distortions in this market, nothing makes sense anymore. The economy on a global level, don't take my word for it. It's contracting at its fastest pace in history. You got people carrying their largest debt burdens in history. They can't make ends meet. They're using their credit cards just to pay bills here, and then they're assuring themselves a front seat on the, you know what I want to say? I can't say these words anymore. On the nice, lovely train down the rat hole into financial obscurity. And that's exactly what the Fed is doing by design here. Forcing people into that lower rung of society, wiping out an entire class of people. Where's the revolution? Where's the revolt as they charge more for their product that they issue to the world? Imagine how disgusting this is. Unbelievable. Unfreaking real. All right, look, I better get going before I sincerely blow a gas hit. One more shout out to all of you that support my work. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. But it's so few of you that really just rattles my cage a little bit, honestly. But if you do choose to do it, I do appreciate you. Link in the description of this video, as I said. And I'll see you all in the morning. I got to go relax a little bit. I'll see you tomorrow.